More pixels.
Do you want to
Hi,
try it?
everybody.
Okay. I see.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first Poor Pixels podcast. What do you want to call it? Pixelated?
Oh, that's it. Poor Pixel Podcast. That's
Poor
so it
Pixel
flows.
podcast? PPP?
P. Yeah.
PPP.
We already have PP, so now we have PPP.
Yeah, and if you guys were around when we were trying to figure out how to record it, which you weren't because we weren't recording, you would
Should
know that
have.
we have no idea how to do a podcast or what we're doing. But sometimes we have fun conversations that make us laugh, and we were like, maybe we should just record those. So maybe
Yeah.
this isn't a podcast, maybe it's a conversation.
Yeah,
But
you're it's just our Skype call.
but we'll figure
Everyone wants to listen
yeah,
to it.
we'll figure it out. Everybody wants to listen to our Skype calls, our super interesting Skype calls. So where's the Pudge video?
It's straight just don't fucking put me on the spot, Reeves.
Whatever, it seems like a solid place to start. Channel
Look,
update.
it's on the way. The push thing is on the way. It'll probably be up before the podcast. I don't know. Are we
Oh,
gonna
will it?
Will it though? Are we gonna upload this before the between the Crystal Maiden and the Punch video?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Oh, fuck, it
Oh, I
doesn't.
guess
does
a channel update. It kind of matters.
don't know.
Yes. Yes, it'll be up.
You will be editing this one, won't you, Reeves?
Yeah.
Good. So this will be up in like 2 weeks.
Shut up. Probably all I gotta do is edit. It'll be fine.
You have to
That's
put in the intro.
the whole mantra for today is it's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Let's talk about that first. Okay, Rock doesn't know who Poppy is, and
Oh shit. Yeah.
she's pretty great. And I sent you your first Poppy video. Why don't you what do you think of Poppy?
At first I was like, okay, she's hot, and then and then what the fuck? She's so creepy.
How if you had to guess how old she was?
I don't want to guess because now I said she's hot, so I'm gonna guess that she's 20.
I honestly I have no idea how old she is, but no, there's all this stuff coming out, and I sent you her video because it's like super creepy. Like she came out of nowhere. Like if you look at those videos, and she goes by that Poppy, but her YouTube is just Poppy, I believe. But it's a bunch. It's this cute, young, attractive girl. No clue how old she is. Just
Obviously
making
20.
these obscure, weird videos, and they only started like a year ago, according to her YouTube, which I don't believe. There's got to be other videos somewhere.
Mm.
And out of nowhere, she's got a verified Twitter account. She's got a verified Facebook, I believe. She's got a Vivo with music videos, like high production music videos, and people are hearing her on the radio out of
What?
nowhere. I have no idea where she came from. Her video has tons of like Illuminati like stuff in it on purpose. Like it's doing it everything it does is seemingly on purpose. So I want to think that this girl is behind all of it and she's just a genius. Because if you watch all the videos, there's all these little subtle hints like she's from the future and maybe she's a robot and maybe she's not a robot. But all this weird video stuff for a year, and now all of a sudden we have a ton of music and stuff. So I can't wait for you to look into her more, and all of
Yeah.
you should too,
Um,
because she's the creepiest thing ever in the
It was
best
so
kind of way.
unsettling. It was so unsettling. It must be on like it's so on purpose as well. Like it's
It's gotta
one.
be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing I noticed was that they've disabled their subscriber count. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I have no idea like how big that whole thing is, but
It's creepy. Well, and some people are saying no, it's actually the Illuminati. Like they're just being like, yeah, we exist. Hey, look what we can do, and just kind of fucking
yeah.
with all that stuff. But that's Tumblr bullshit to me. I don't,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think the Illuminati's a thing, or if it is a thing, it's not called the Illuminati, and it doesn't matter who the president is, and we're all gonna die.
Thanks, Obama. Oh God, don't get into the president things. We're not going to talk about politics.
I know.
Please,
What's our
please no
podcast gonna be
politics.
about?
Games,
Is
video
it?
games.
With our first topic's not a video game.
Poppy is a video game.
She's a lot of things. I wouldn't mind her being a video game.
Oh God.
No, like
She's, no, but it's cool. She's 20. She's obviously 20, so it's
you know
cool.
what ASMR is, right?
Oh, that's when you speak really nice, softly.
Yeah.
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 I should do that.
Yeah, kind of. You make clicky noises, and sometimes there's water, and sometimes there's phloem, and sometimes there's casseroles, and
Yeah, and they
sometimes
just
there's marbles. Whatever,
marbles.
I like a lot of ASMR videos,
Like,
but the
listen
Poppy
to
videos
this.
also like are super ASMR sometimes. Like there's whole videos of her just combing her hair, and you're
What the
waiting for
fuck?
something terrible to happen or your eyes to melt out, but they don't. And you're just like, I just spent 2 minutes watching someone comb their hair, and I
What the
feel like the
fuck?
CIA is watching me. So yeah,
Soon.
check out Poppy. And I wish I was paid to. I probably shouldn't. Well, whatever. We were gonna talk about YouTube like people that we enjoy.
Like, because the video you linked seemed like it had a purpose, you know, it was intentionally trying to creep you out. But with the hair thing, it's more of it sounds like something that's trying to troll you, right? So that you'd have something scary happen at the very end after waiting so long, but no.
Right. Well, and some of her videos are super creepy, and other ones seem like if anyone else was doing them but her, they would be kind of cringy. But because it's her, it's like, wow, that was relaxing and creepy.
Mhm.
But yeah. What YouTubers have you been watching lately, Rock?
Ow.
You like that segue?
That
It's
was
pretty
such a
good.
that transaction. I listened to the Gam Grumps.
Transaction.
Okay, no, I watch the Gam Grumps.
I think you meant transition, and I
Trans-
can't let you get away with it.
what did I say?
Transaction? It's too late. I'm not cutting it out. It's in there forever. Game
Well,
Grumps? You still watch Game Grumps?
yeah. I watch Game Grumps. I watch SciShow a lot. I watched that one video gamer, freaking Gerard.
What's Sideshow?
SciShow it's a science channel. They go on to they talk about lots of science stuff.
Like what?
SciShow.
Tell me about one of their videos that you like.
Mhm. The latest one was like it's about the
I
technology
want to
about
learn things.
you learn a lot. You learn about how diseases kill people, and then you learn about
Cool.
yeah, it's really cool.
I like
Like I
Resident
said,
Evil.
the
Just
latest one
trying
is
to keep
about
it
how
about
Pokemon
games.
Go. This is about games. Pokemon Go.
Yeah, we're gonna
Pokemon
talk
Go
about Pokemon
is
Go.
it's a cool game.
Yeah. What does that have to do with the channel?
Just their latest video is about how the technology is allowing Pokemon Go to work, like how all the tracking of the GPS
Oh,
and
does that mean you know? Because I actually would love to know that. I
I
was just
haven't I
talking to
haven't
somebody
watched the
about
video
that.
yet.
It's just GPS, right?
Yeah, basically. But I mean, have you heard of the game Ingress?
Yes. Evidently it was pretty popular, but I hadn't heard about it until Pokemon Go. I bet they got a surge in players.
Well, okay, so the person who made Ingress also made Pokemon Go, and they used the data from Ingress that they gathered for 2 years from all the players,
What's the
and
company? Nanotech,
Nah,
Pyro,
I don't remember something with N. Huh?
Namotech. Whatever. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, no, no, no. It's and basically all the Pokemon stops and the Pokemon gyms are locations from Ingress that they've ported, basically.
Really?
Yes.
So
Um,
what you want to do is play both at the same time,
well, what
so that
people
you're
have.
not
Uh,
wasting your time, even though you're definitely wasting your time.
no, oh, I'm getting valuable exercise because I would not have gotten out of the house
Have you
without
been
Pokemon.
playing Pokemon Go a lot?
I have. I
What are your
should.
thoughts?
I, I love it.
Do
It's
you?
so yeah.
Do you
Don't
love
you?
it?
Reeves, say here on the podcast that you do not love Pokemon Go.
I don't want to be crucified by the internet. See,
Uh-huh. So you love
internet
it, right?
certainly loves Pokemon Go. I like it a lot. My
Mm-hmm.
experience with it has been really good. There's actually a group in my town.
Oh.
I live in Fountain Hills, Arizona. Just for all the stalkers out there that want to come stab me, please don't. Please don't, though. But if you want to play Pokemon Go, that's where I play. And it's been good. I've met a lot of people. Everybody's really nice. People of all ages. Like sometimes I'll stay out when I do go, like until like 2 in the morning. But then the last time I went, I was like, this is all kind of the same Pokemon. I'm just grinding levels at this point. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm out of Pokeballs. Time to take a walk. But really, it's like, oh, another 15 Pidgeys that I'm gonna mush into special magic Pokemon candy that
You
they're
can't.
trying to tell us isn't just Pokemon cannibalism, and then shove those candies into my current Pidgeys so that I can profit with my lucky egg from their evolving. And you're just kind of just feeding. It's basically an app where you feed Pokemon to other Pokemon. Because you get
Uh-huh.
to a
But
point where you've caught everything nearby, and now I have to drive like 30 minutes to get somewhere where I can catch a new Pokemon. And I guess that's cool, but that's not really how I live my life, so I don't know how much more time I'm gonna put into the app just because I'm just grinding out levels. But I like meeting people. That part's been
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, it's. I mean, obviously, it's all about the gotta catch them all aspect, but it's also so much nostalgia for people. That's why this has managed to hit so hard, I
The
think.
thing is, on the show, Gotta Catch 'Em All makes perfect sense. Cool. That's a great plan. Even though you literally like now like why would you catch them all? There's obvious ones that are better. But in a real world setting, I like why do I need to? I don't really need to catch them all. But I'd like there to be more than the ones I'm catching. They have to add trading or some kind of
Yeah,
fighting other than
they're
the
gonna do that.
gyms. Yeah,
They're
well,
going.
maybe when they do it, I'll come back to it. But for now, it just gets a
Yeah.
little boring grinding out the
Well,
same pidgey, cannibalistic, terrifying candies.
nah, I think that's a lot of the criticism that the game has gotten, and I agree. Like, mechanically, the game is lacking a bit, but it's still it's got you hooked with the first of all the nostalgia, and you you meet people. Everyone is doing it. My parents are completely baffled that it's even a thing, because
Yes, yeah. My mom and my brother, who is younger than me, but is like he's not super into like all the tech stuff that isn't music based and
okay,
art based because he's an artist. So like Pokemon to him is just like I can't believe I can't believe all of these people are playing Pokemon. Looks like the most ridiculous thing. And I'm
yeah,
slowly trying to trick him into playing with me. And
okay. So he has to
someday
see
he
the appeal.
will.
Well, again, I'm not sure how appealing it is if you have never played Pokemon. Well, okay, I say that, but now my stepdad is kind of into it, and he's never played Pokemon. So,
What
did you watch
starter?
Pokemon when you were young?
Yeah, I watch Pokemon like religiously every day after school. I wanted to be the very best. Like I remember at one point turning to my mom being like, "Oh man, I'm probably too old to be saying this or watching the show, but I sure wish we lived in a day of Pokemon and I could go on adventures and I didn't have to get a real job." I don't know why I'm a Southie in my memory, but it, and now the sad thing is I have a Galaxy S3. So I was like I could finally become the Pokemon trainer that I always dreamt of being as a child. I think I was like 12 when Pokemon came out.
Uh-huh.
But S3s can't run it. So I
Oh, what
literally
the fuck?
sometimes have to borrow other people's phones just so I could actually try it out and see what all the hype was.
Okay, yeah.
So I've been out like 3 nights and I got to like level 20 and I'm like, okay, now it's just kind of a
Wait,
grind.
you're level 20?
Yeah, ish.
The fuck? I'm level
I
13.
yeah, well I went out for fucking like I've only been out 3 times, but each time I went out for like 6 hours.
Yeah, exactly. See, though, it kept you going for that long. What other activities keeps you walking for 6 hours?
Right, and well,
That's the
that's the
weird thing.
thing. Lots of other things should do that, and it's
Should,
sad.
but
Like
don't.
everybody's like, it's amazing. Pokemon Go is changing us. It's turning us back into like people that want to socialize, and I'm like, everybody's super hyped about it. Am I the only one that's like, that's it's sad a little. It's a little
That's
sad that it took this.
okay. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a bit sad that it took Pokemon Go to achieve this, but I mean, at least it happened, right? It's good.
I
It's
guess
good.
so.
It's a step in the right direction.
What did
What starter did you
we'll
pick?
end the Pokemon Go section with this. What did you choose for your starter?
I just asked you which starter you picked.
Oh, well, I asked you first, second.
God damn it. I took the onion, the green onion Pokemon.
Bulbasaur?
Yeah, that's the one.
Now, did you take that because it's just the one you wanted, or because you figured you weren't going to
I
be able to get grass Pokemon where you live?
I took it because I really like Venusaur. Uh, yeah, I like Venusaur. That's it. I really liked. I didn't know you could get Pikachu. Do you know you can get Pikachu?
I think Pikachu's the worst starter, but yes, I did
Yeah.
know you could do it, and that's what I did. Uh,
Ah,
what I
okay.
should have done was get Squirtle,
Squirtle.
because I live in the desert, and water Pokemon are kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
Like, we have Magikarps down by my lake, and that's kind of it. Like, that's all that spawns at the lake, and I hatched like a tentacle or something, but uh,
Yeah.
all the gyms out here, we have a lot of fire Pokemon. Whole bunch of them.
I can imagine in the desert. Yeah.
Yeah. And all of the gyms out here, it's just Arcanites and fucking, I think, what's the other? Oh, Rapidashes, just everywhere in all the gyms. And I'm like, if I had one water Pokemon, I could fucking destroy all of these places and get magical coins.
See, I think that's really cool though that they have the region kind of Pokemon spawn. I wasn't sure that that was actually the case, but now you're basically confirming
I
it.
thought it was super cool at first. But now I really want a water Pokemon.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I chose Pikachu, which was a huge mistake. And if you're gonna play, make sure you pick a starter that you think will be helpful in your area. Look up like what kind of Pokemon spawn in your area. Get the one that doesn't. And honestly, the starters are worthless because there's like 10 CP.
Yeah, and you don't get in. It's so hard to find more of them, and then
Yeah.
you just can't level them up.
All right,
And
all the people that don't play Pokemon Go are rolling their eyes at us.
I'm so sorry. Let's
Oh
move
my
on.
god. What else? What else? What else should we talk about?
The
Let's
Arcana.
let's talk about an actual video game that people listening on our channel might actually be interested in.
Dota 2.
Dota 2. Isn't
Everyone's
it great,
favorite
everybody?
game. Oh God, the
Okay,
Arcana.
so you go
Mm.
first because I know you want this, and I
Uh-huh.
don't get why, but
So
hopefully after you talk, I'll understand.
I want Io to win this Arcana vote phase thingy, not just for the memes. It's okay. It's a tiny bit for the memes,
Uh huh.
but it's also because a lot of people are using the argument that the 1%, like so few people play Wisp, they're not gonna sell anything, so Valve is gonna remove the Arcana event, and that's not true. It's not like, I mean, my favorite support is Jakiro, okay, and he will never get an Arcana because he's not popular. He's not the memes.
Because he's a
He's never
terrible
gonna get.
support. Go on. Well, okay.
Yeah,
That's not necessarily true. His macropire is whatever. But
yeah, he's
I mean,
fun.
I said that, and then I'm like, a lot of people like Shakiro. You're gonna get hate. But you know what? Screw you guys. He's bad support.
Wait, what?
He's
No,
good in the
Jakiro.
laning
I love
phase.
Jakiro.
You know,
Maybe he is popular, but I see him as like he doesn't stand a chance against Pudge, Juggernaut, Invoker, and now Io is beating all of them. And I'm like, yes, the 1%.
okay,
And
but
people are like, nah, nah, screw the 1%. And I'm like, no, let him win.
so you would buy an Io Arcana?
Maybe.
What is no? We're not in the maybe. Why would you vote for him if it's maybe?
Because I want to see the little guy win. Also,
He's
yes,
not the little guy because
is
he's
the little
literally a
guy.
little guy.
No, no, with the percent played win ratio things on the Dota
Right,
fucking.
right. Why would yeah? But like in the end, Valve they want to please us, yes, but they want to make money too.
No,
So
they
I
don't.
would be amazed if they were
Listen,
like, yeah, here's the IO Arcana that 14 of
this,
you are gonna buy. We're really
uh-huh.
happy that you all voted for it.
But if they did that, no sane company would let the public vote for their next business move, right? The Arcana has already been budgeted for. In the first TI, the Arcana voting thing was a stretch goal. Like if they reached 12, I don't remember how much it was, but if they reached a certain amount of dollars, then they would let us vote. Because then the Arcana has already been budgeted for, and then they'll make it. That's what I choose to believe, Reeves. Okay, they want us to pick whatever.
I I think that they lied, and most of the Arcanas are already done, and they're just like on a floppy at Valve. I know I've said this to you
That's
before, but they're on a floppy at Valve. I don't know why they keep them on a floppy, but they do.
the
They're
floppy.
pixelated until they fully remaster them, but they're all done. All the ideas are done. They already know who's gonna win. The votes don't matter. And I know people think that hey, like we started a meme thing on the Reddit and the Tumblr for IO, and now
Yeah.
IO's gonna get an Arcana, even though no one wants it. Just to fuck with Valve, we're all gonna vote for IO. That's the scary thing is everybody's just voting for it because they're like this will be funny. But
Yeah,
shut
yeah,
up
yeah. No,
though, shut up though. I want a Jug Arcana, all right? And people,
you want the Juggernaut
I
Arcana.
I
So
really do. Or an
another
Arcana
reason.
that I'll see. Like even if it's one that I wouldn't buy, I'd like to see it in action. And we'll never see. Like it's just gonna be a bunch of people that had a bunch of money that can't play IO to save their life.
No, this is one of the winning arguments towards IO I've seen on Reddit, is that a lot of the pros play IO, so we're going to see it a lot in the tournaments,
Yeah.
which is cool.
What does
Uh
that
huh.
change about what I just said? And then a bunch of people are gonna buy the Arcana and start playing IO, and it's gonna be just terrible tethers and unfortunate balls of
Okay.
light just
Okay.
everywhere.
Uh huh. But even if they do that, then Valve will be happy because they're only doing it for the sales, as you said.
All right, so
However,
you're just using logic to shit on my money. I'll give you that. All right, they're gonna make money no matter who wins.
Yes,
I'll
I
admit
don't
that.
think.
I just
I think the
not
argument that
IO. Stop voting for IO. I'm
no,
saying it
vote
now.
for
A vote
it.
for IO is a vote for Trump.
Oh God! Don't fucking bring in the Hillary Trump thing. I'm not. We should not talk about
It doesn't
politics.
matter. They're all puppets.
IO
All
is
right.
basically politics
Yeah,
now
IO is also just a puppet. Just a puppet in the game.
for
Gaben
Trump.
runs the US. We all know it.
Also, one more thing. Aren't you curious what they would make for the IO Arcana? Come on, Valve would
No!
have to be really creative.
There's
Yes,
like 6 things they could do.
exactly.
Here's
And they
here's
have to
what they're
pick
gonna
some.
do. Here's
Uh-huh.
and I listen. I'm not positive, but I'm sure this is what they're gonna do.
Hmm?
Uh, but I'm not positive. But I'm positive this is what they're gonna do. All right. So, you know the stuff that's in a compass.
No,
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called either. But it's goopy stuff, and it'll hurt you if you touch it. God, what's
don't
it
fuck,
called?
don't touch the compass goop.
Fuck, what's it called? It's really important that I know what it's called.
We can just call it compass goop.
No, yeah, compass goop. It starts with an M. What is it? Whatever. Compass goop. So compass
Uh-huh.
goop is just what Io's going to become. It's going to be pretty colors and gold. And he's going to become blobby instead of shiny. Or they're going to just make him look like Meta Knight or some other bullshit.
Meta Knight. Oh God, that would be so cool.
Actually, you know what? I'm
Huh?
voting for Io now.
You should.
Ship the Meta Knight Io.
Meta Knight
A
IO.
little Meta Knight Io would be amazing. I don't know why I didn't see it till now. I've fully come around. And I feel like my votes matter.
Well, we
I'm
have
Poppy.
64 votes each. We have 64 votes each. So
Yeah,
is it,
whatever.
is it 64?
Oh,
Yeah.
did you? Oh, I don't know if people noticed this. I did. I didn't see any threads about it. But every time you vote, I think they fixed it this latest time. But it used to be every time you vote, no matter who you voted for, became the leader until you refresh the screen.
Oh,
So
so you think that your
yeah,
votes
well, for
matter?
the first couple weeks, I was like, yeah, that's right. I
I made a
matter. My votes
difference.
matter, but they don't. Like they don't matter. I have a
Oh,
feeling that like out of the last couple that are gonna be there, those are already gonna be done ahead of time. Or, you know what'll disprove me? If Valve is just being Valve and they haven't even touched the other Arcanas and they're literally waiting to see who voted, and then we're not gonna see an Arcana for another year. And when we ask why, they're like, well, because we wanted to let you guys vote, but we had to wait so that we had to make it.
So the thing is though, how long did it take for the Zeus Arcana to come out? Because
Didn't
technically,
it?
Coop would have sold more than Zeus, right? She would have. I mean, sex sells
Uh,
more than fucking Zeus.
who you don't? Maybe Valve would have put her in a full-on ball gown or
They
something. Like
could
we don't
have. They
know.
could have. My bad.
We could have
I hope
Death
I didn't
Prophet
trigger
Quap.
anybody.
Death Quap.
Fucking
Death Prof
look,
Quap.
Zeus is the coolest Arcana. That's all
No,
I'm gonna say. It
no,
is.
it's not.
It is. Do you see? It's so fucking cool. This is
No, I think
fucking
I don't know. What did I say the other day? Terrorblade. I think Terrorblades is pretty cool.
terribly. What? But his face just opens up. That's
Legion
all.
Commander's Arcana is pretty good.
That one's cool. Phantom Assassin is also really cool.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you're wrong.
Uh, oh God!
Have you
Look,
bought? Did you buy any of the art? The only one I've purchased is Crystal Maiden, who I'm gonna say hands down was the best so far because you get a puppy. Aurora's adorable.
his name is Aurora.
Yes.
You told me this last time we talked.
Yes.
Shit. Okay, no, yeah, I bought the
Stab
Zeus.
you in the cheek.
I voted for the Zeus Arcana. I bought it. I bought it the first day it came out. I loved it,
All
and then I
right.
had to, and then I sold it later because I wanted to buy another game,
How much
and
did
I
you
was
sell
broke.
it for?
Basically the same price that I bought it for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
a good
bad.
segue. Broke. So that's. I don't think
We're
we
broke.
talked about that. That's where the Poor Pixels channel name came from. That's probably interesting information.
Poor pixels, because we're fucking broke.
Me
Every
and
time.
Rock were like,
Just-
"Hey, you sick? You sick of sucking dick behind Circle K for hoagies?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Me too, man. We should start a YouTube channel." And I said, "Okay." And then we did.
and then we
And
did.
it took like a year.
It literally a year. We
Where's
start
the
when,
Pudge video?
when did we? I mean, since we're both all constantly working on videos and I'm slow here, I think that you should just give me a break. The Crystal Maiden one. I worked so hard on it. You loved it, Reeves. You
I
loved it.
know, yeah. Everybody loved it.
You loved
I'm
it.
I'm amazed actually we haven't got a single person like, where's the fucking next video? I've been checking for the first person to be like,
You have
excuse me, we demand
fucking
content.
lied to. It
But
only
yeah,
says in the credits.
just so everybody knows,
It's on the way.
it is very close to on the way, and it might be out before this podcast.
Should be. I think.
You don't know. You have no idea.
Well,
It's all Rock's fault.
it's all my fault.
Later,
Tweets.
probably my fault.
Follow me on Twitter and tweet at me that you hate hate that I'm so slow. At Rocksoft Cookie.
Like, comment, and subscribe for cringe.
Fuck you.
All right, what else? I should have set a timer. Who knows how long this will be? Whatever. It's the first podcast. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Are we gonna have guests on?
We could.
Who do you want our first guest to be?
I
Like,
know
comment, and subscribe. Who you want our first guest to be?
who do you want? I Reflexi's cool. Do you know Reflexi?
Yeah, I do.
I have him, and I have Jim and Dodo.
No.
I'm guessing
look
we
at
should
you
get
name
Dota.
dropping.
Should we get fucking Dota people?
I didn't think you'd actually list people.
I don't mind.
We could get Dota people. We could try to get other people eventually. I'm trying to find. I don't know. Like I said at the beginning, we don't necessarily know if this podcast is going to be. I think we want slightly different things. I kind of want it to be an inner look at kind of just me and you being normal people,
Yeah, exactly.
and
I
not
want a
just
bit more.
these behind the scenes pulling the strings content creators. Like, I wanted some way that we could actually interact with people, and this seems like the easiest way to just talk to each other and let people know that we're idiots off screen as well as on.
The thing, yeah, I mean, we did talk about having topics and having more structure, but we ended up just going fuck it, and now we're just rambling.
No, we didn't. You made me make a list of topics. I'm
Yeah, I
looking at
know.
it right now.
And we haven't spoke.
Look,
Okay,
Io
actually, we
Arcana question mark. Porn. What does it mean? Question mark.
porn.
Favorite
Have we spoke
YouTubes.
about porn yet? We have not
No.
spoke about porn.
Yeah,
So
but
then fucking-
I put that in there just to kind of fuck with you. I don't think we're actually going to discuss porn. What does it mean?
Oh.
Unless, let's see, we could segue this into a conversation.
Wait.
What do you think? Because this happened with Overwatch when Overwatch was released.
Oh shit, you're right.
All of there was tons of Overwatch porn to the point where Blizzard had to start cracking down on people uploading it. And if a bunch of the X Hamster and YouPorn were showing their highest searches for the past month of Overwatch's release had been Overwatch porn. And now Pokemon Go came out and the same thing happened. They experienced a huge rush of porn searches for Pokemon related content. Which is usually trainer on trainer stuff, but there's some really fucked up Pokemon on trainer stuff.
Oh, wait. I thought it was the other way around because I remember the Overwatch porn thing happening, and they put out the statistics, and it just spiked. Everyone wanted Overwatch, especially Widowmaker. And then Pokemon Go came out, and they posted the statistics, and hadn't it dropped? Wasn't it something like, all the nerds finally went out and they're not watching porn anymore? Wasn't that the thing? Maybe it did increase.
No, I mean maybe porn decreased somewhat, but no,
Their traffic
specifically
decreased.
traffic searches for Pokemon porn went up immensely after the launch of Pokemon Go. So my theory is that we are all so not human anymore and just tech monkeys that anytime something gets released, we're like, I need to see this. But also while masturbating, I also need this in my life. Okay, I just was out for 6 hours playing Pokemon Go. I'm feeling pretty tired, but every night this has got to happen. But I'd still like Pokemon in my life, so let's do a search for Pokemon porn. And I'm terrified that eventually the world's just gonna turn into, you know what? Not even terrified. That sounds awesome. Every time something comes out, it's just a surge of people needing porn for that.
Instantly. Well, isn't there? What's it called? The Rule
34.
That's the one.
Which, sure, that exists. But
that's basically what you're talking about
to
right
see
now.
an actual media surge into porn just based on what I want it to get so silly. Maybe, I don't know, what was popular when we were kids? Beanie Babies. When Beanie Babies were popular, there was no sudden surge of porn including Beanie Babies.
Right. I was scared of where you would take that.
Where did
and I
you
was
think
scared
I
that
would
this would.
take it?
I don't know. We didn't go there. So,
Listen,
look,
the beads inside those Beanie Babies. You get a lucky bear, and like, uh, uh, I can't think of one single other Beanie Baby name to make this joke funny.
then they fucking rip and all the beans spill
I
out.
can only remember Lucky. That's the only. Wait, Claude. Claude the crab.
So I'm gonna just jump in and say I have no idea what you're talking about. Beanie Babies.
Oh,
What
it
the fuck?
probably wasn't. It was more an American thing, I guess, huh?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
I'm
that
from
was
the
everywhere.
Europe. I'm in the Europes.
Yeah, tell people where you're from.
I'm from Sweden,
Yeah,
Europe.
Sweden sucks. They didn't have fucking Beanie Babies.
We didn't have Beanie Babies.
Never go to Sweden. Their
We have
kids
polar
didn't even
bears
have
here, though.
Beanie Babies. Okay, so let me explain to you and
Tell me.
potentially the other viewers what a Beanie Baby is. It was literally just like a bean bag shaped like an animal, and
Okay.
it was like Pokemon, kinda people were just collecting them. There
Yeah.
was like Gerald the giraffe and Claude the crab and Pinchy the uh, pine cone. I don't, I had a lot, but I don't remember any of them.
Okay.
There was
I
not a
mean,
pine cone one, but they were
okay.
really expensive and rare for a while. Like there were special edition Beanie Babies, and people collected them. And like it was just a fad. Like I don't think they're worth anything now unless you're like a super collector. But at the time, like you could trade them with your friends like currency.
Well, I mean, I guess there is like an age difference between us. So when you were at that age to buy those, maybe they just didn't exist for me yet. I don't know. Like,
Did you guys
you're
have
old.
like what was a fad when you were a kid? Did you guys have like Furbies or anything like that?
Oh, do you remember Go-Go's? Did you play with those?
Go-Go's?
Yeah, these little plastic
What
like
the fuck's a
monsters.
go-go?
Okay, a go-go. It's a little plastic monster that you like. We lined them up, and you had to flick them at each other and try and knock down each other's go-go's. That was it.
No.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, no, no, no. Yes, we did have those.
Huh?
Uh,
I think that's what the go-go is. Yeah.
yeah, for a short time when I was in like my later teens, like I like actually did okay babysitting was like something I did like on the weekends and stuff. And I actually and there was this one kid that I used to babysit that was obsessed with those things. So I do know what you're talking about. Those were a thing here as well. I don't think they were
Yeah.
called go go. What'd
I
you call
just
them? Go
googled
go.
go-go's. Yeah, just G-O-G-O. It's um, they seem to still be manufactured
But
in
really, that was
Disney.
the
Yeah,
there.
Disney
It should be noted that me and you are slightly. I'm only slightly older than you.
slightly, as
Only
in.
slightly.
Oh,
What do you,
do we want to release our age on the
oh, I don't
internet?
care. Do you?
No, I don't mind. I'm 24.
I'm 29, so there's a good gap.
No, you're not. You're 30.
No, I'm 29.
You're 30,
I tell
Riz.
people I'm 30. I always tell people the age I'm going to be that year because it seems
Okay, fair
redundant.
enough. Fair enough.
But then I was talking to my sister like the other night, and she goes, "Well, if somebody put a gun to your head and said I'm shooting every motherfucker in this room that's over 30, what would you say?" And I was like, "All right, I guess I definitely not say I was 30." And she's like, "There you go." And I'm like, "That's a
There you
little
go.
extreme." But she wins, like she's right. So
She's technically right.
I've been telling people I'm 29 now, even though I will be 30 this year,
When's
uh,
your birthday?
October.
October. Shit. Soon. That's soon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put like all this like we should title this like let's see how fast we can get ourselves hacked. Rockin' Reeves. Please don't hack us.
What's your cat's name? What's the pet?
No, anybody that uses a current
God,
pet as a security question, you're an idiot. You got to use a
that's it.
pet that died when you were 10. That's the
Yeah.
one to use. Off the like just
Oh my
way
god.
out left field. And it's got to be the pet that your parents obviously didn't love because they didn't change its pound name, so it's called something really obscure like
Oh
Prisoner
god.
119.
Prisoner 119.
This is my pit bull Prisoner 119. He
I
been with
imagine
me
that.
through a lot of things, but I don't love him.
I imagine that as a cat, not a dog, for some reason.
A
Prisoner
cat.
119 is a
It does
cat.
seem like a. How'd we get here from porn?
I don't know. We went from porn to child
I
toys.
was just thinking, like, what was I talking about Beanie Babies for? Oh, right, I was pretending to use them during masturbation. Why was I doing that? Oh, right, we were talking about the surge of like how, like, just media is affecting even the porn we
This
watch.
is this is how conversations work, Chris.
Do you feel like porn is desensitizing you?
A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Just yeah, yeah, no, yeah.
I heard about this thing. I was listening to a podcast with Bobby Lee from Mad TV. Do you know who that is?
I do not know.
It
No,
doesn't
I
matter.
know.
Other people will know.
Okay. You always do this to
You
me.
just shut your
You
whore mouth.
YouTube shame me all the time. But yeah, sorry,
Well,
go on.
he's a stand-up comedian. He was on Mad TV for like 5 years. He struggled with drugs and stuff, but he's been off drugs I think for like 13 years or something now. But he was talking about this thing that he actually suffered from. I can't remember what it's called. I feel terrible, but not really. I don't care. I don't have it. It was like he watched so much porn that when he was with a real woman, like unless he were in his mind to like retrace his body got used to like, okay, this is when I get hard, like when porn is on and a hand is around me. So
Uh-huh.
like it got to the point where he'd be with a girl or something and he couldn't get hard because it wasn't the same as sitting at home watching porn. And like I guess psychologists have actually given it a thing, and a bunch of kids are evidently suffering from this now. They're so desensitized by porn that when they go for their first sexual experience, they can't fucking do it because their
Yeah,
body's
like
gotten so and their mind has gotten so used to like
the
what they see
extreme
on the
stuff.
screen, which all of us
Yeah,
know is way far. Like porn
way
is
far.
some magical like thing. It's like, thank you for coming over to change my sink. I don't have any dollar bills to tip you, but
Oh.
hey, I'm gonna suck the life out of your lower body for the next 10 minutes, and you're gonna last. And then we're going to have sex for 5 minutes, and you're going to last until the very end. Which we all know that's not how it works.
Yeah, editing, the power of editing. We should power of editing. Rename this podcast the Porn Pixel Podcast
Porn
because
Pixel
the
Podcast.
Porn Pixel Podcast.
Uh, we're gonna be so
Brilliant.
famous, Rock.
Oh. God damn it! Look,
But so yeah, that's evidently a thing, and I wonder that sometimes. Like it's not something I've run into where I definitely feel like I've gotten to a point where I'm like, all they're doing is having sex. There's no monkeys, nobody's got Legos. I can't get off to this. Like sometimes I worry that it's getting to that point,
it's
but luckily most of the time I'm noticing people are getting so fucked up that most people are just fucked up now. So when you meet somebody that you like, odds are just tell them what you're into, and they'll probably be like, "Oh, thank God," and pull out their Batman mask or whatever.
you see, Reeves, all the pretty girls listening to this podcast, none of them are gonna want to get with you now.
Whatever. I'm trying to be real. If they don't want to put on a Batman mask, whatever. I don't want to be with them anyways. I don't got time to waste. Somebody will do it. That's what I mean.
Someone is
We
gonna be
live
your
in a
Robin.
time where
Someone's gonna be
somebody
your
will
Robin.
do it. No, I'm Robin.
You, fair enough.
You don't understand my fantasy. No, I'm Robin. Somebody has to show up dressed as Joker and beat me with a crowbar for like 10 minutes, and then Batman shows up, and but I
Saves
finish.
you.
I finish too already, and then I explode or whatever. I don't know, laughing.
Who
Then
plays
Joker
Joker,
laughs, and I cry.
though? Who plays the Joker
And
though?
that's a normal night of sex for Reeves.
Batman roleplay.
You ain't been beat off until you've been crowbar beat off.
Oh my God.
Can't unsay that. It's on the internet now.
It's on the internet now.
Sponsors. Listen.
Listen, we
Today's
can
episode
change.
brought to you by Argo Tea. Argo
We
Tea.
can change.
I can't finish unless I'm beat off with a crowbar. Argo Tea.
Oh my fucking God.
Okay, so
This was
Argo Tea is
supposed to be a
probably not going to
gaming
ever sponsor us.
podcast. Well, you know, okay, look, it can still be a gaming podcast while talking about Batman porn,
Yeah,
specifically Reeves Batman
totally
porn.
can. We talked about games a little bit. Do you want to talk
Yeah.
about anything else? Like, we're probably
Uh,
getting...
No, game
Like-
porn was good. I liked game porn.
All
Overwatch.
right, cool. How long do you want these to be? This is good stuff to talk about in the middle of the thing.
I don't know. We didn't even talk about length. Fucking.
I have no idea how long... Here, I'll look at
How
the
long does
time
it take?
now, and we'll judge it from here on out.
How long? How much do people? How much energy do they have?
It depends on, like, some podcasts do 30 minutes, some podcasts do an hour. We don't know how if people are even going to listen to this madness.
Fucking 3
You
minutes.
wanted me to make topics, and we aren't even talking about topics.
I know. We're just. Oh man. Oh, can we talk about what our channel will be? Have we ever mentioned that? We haven't said it anywhere.
What our channel is going to be? Yeah, because people probably assume that
Dota.
they're going to be like,
People
what the
assume Dota.
fuck is a podcast? Like, what is
Yeah.
this? Isn't animated. It barely well, it's going to have me and you in it.
Yeah.
That's all we promise. How about that? That's a good
Gonna
place to start. Any of the
I'm gonna-
content we put out is going to be about me or you.
Yes. But specifically, I wanted to say that even though we're doing Dota content, we like Dota, don't we, Reeves? Everyone loves Dota, but we sometimes like other games.
Yeah, I love Dota so much.
Yeah, we love it, and then we're talking about not
I
Dota
never
for
don't want to play Dota. It's like
exactly.
sometimes I wake up and I'm like, man, what a beautiful morning. I wish I could play Dota with my friends that are always my friends, even if I don't buy them wards.
What we're trying to say is, I don't know what we're trying to say, Reeves. We don't
Sometimes we don't want to do
sometimes
Dota stuff, even though like we
exactly.
love you guys and you all know us from Dota. But sometimes we're gonna do other stuff because we like other games, and this
Yeah,
channel is gonna have a lot of stuff on it, not just Dota stuff. But we all know that we're slowly luring you in from the Dota community, so we have to brainwash you into liking other games stuff too. And it's
see,
okay. It's okay that you do other game stuff. We'll still
this is
do Dota
why
stuff. Please keep watching, like, comment, and subscribe.
this is why you guys are gonna like us because we're honest, okay? We're using the Dota to pull you guys in.
Or they're gonna hate us because we're honest, which is also a
Shit.
thing that can happen. It's a fine line.
I mean, we're still doing Dota content. Don't leave. We
Yeah.
just might do the occasional other thing. I don't fuck
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Well, we're just
Overwatch
we're
games.
we're we're interesting human beings that are slowly falling through the cracks and trying to crawl our way back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you played Dota Reeves?
Friendship.
Friendship.
Um,
When
I've
did when was the beta?
I've
When
been
was the Dota?
playing Dota since I mean the Warcraft days. Like
Oh,
so,
you played Dota 1.
I played Dota. I started to play Dota right around the time Phoenix came out
Shit.
for the original.
For the original
Like,
Dota, okay.
and I played it every once in a while, but to the point where I was like, "LOL, this noob. He doesn't have the map. Kick him. He's probably a noob." Like, people will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the
Um,
downloading map thing.
yeah, you had to have like the third party program so you didn't get banned and shit. Like, it got really serious there for a while. Like, and I did that
Yeah.
for a little bit, but not until Phoenix was out, which was pretty late for some people that were playing Dota at the same age.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I was probably Jesus.
Holy shit.
That was a long time ago.
It's a long, long time ago.
Oh man, I might have been like 16,
Damn.
17, 18. Oh no, I'm so
I
old.
can't I can't imagine you in that little age,
This
Reeves.
podcast is gonna end with a gunshot
I'm so old.
and just you going, Reeves,
Reeves.
Reeves, how am I gonna get the file?
Can you transfer the file,
Oh,
Reeves?
he's already uploaded it.
Shit.
Okay, it'll be the
I'm
one
gonna
and
have to,
only episode of the podcast.
I'm gonna have to call your mom like, I know you're upset, but can you just send the file?
Not to make light of suicide, please
Oh
never
god, I'm
do
sorry.
that.
Reeves, how dare you?
I
It was
started it.
always,
No,
it was always.
listen, don't. But you know, jokes. It's just jokes.
Jokes.
Somebody's getting so triggered right now.
Someone
We're
has already
sorry.
closed. Someone has already closed the podcast.
Don't.
Someone, a lot of people probably have.
All right. Is there
Regardless,
anything else? There's a lot of other things on this topic list you made me make. Do you want to
wait, let
talk
me
about any of
I,
this stuff?
let me see. What do we have? The CS gambling trade. Oh god, that's so bullshit. We'll take that another time. I fucking hate the
Well,
whole.
another time it'll be gone if we're going to talk about it.
Do you want to
The
talk
reason,
about it now?
okay, if you guys didn't know, well, why don't you explain the CS:GO thing? Feel like I've been talking a lot.
Wait, explain the what CS:GO thing. That it's bullshit. The gambling.
What do you mean? Yeah, yeah. Just take it from the beginning. Give us the whole rundown, Rock.
Well, fucking Valve's marketplace. Up till now, you have been able to trade and sell items on the marketplace, the skins specifically.
Oh
And
my
some
God,
people
girl.
decided, what?
Don't keep going.
Fucking what?
It's good.
Some people specifically decided to make gambling sites where you bet these skins and then you roll and one person loses his entire life and the other person gets a lot. And Valve eventually got very criticized because two specific YouTubers. Well, okay, I think
Which
now
ones?
more people. I don't.
Spread the YouTube drama. Let it grow.
The YouTube drama is
Let it
wait,
grow
okay,
within you.
Syndicate is one of them, right?
Syndicate and T Martin.
Fuck. Oh my god. Yeah.
Fuck both
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah. That was
In my
lame,
honest
guys.
YouTuber to YouTuber opinion, with
That
all
was
of
really.
your subs and my very small, amazing following.
It was lame, guys. That was uncool. Pretty weird. Pretty
Yeah, it
weird.
was ethically well, and what they were doing was they were making YouTube channels or YouTube videos. I'm an idiot. YouTube videos where they were basically saying, "Hey, we found this site, super cool." That was T Martin that did that. Syndicate's been like cleverly quiet this whole time, but
Yeah. I
T
agree.
Martin caught a bunch of shit. And since then, they've marked all their videos with, "No, it's fine. But Valve was all like, no, it's not fine. You're breaking the law, kind of. So if you could just cease and desist, and they closed down like all the websites.
The biggest fishy thing though is that sure, gambling aside, they turned out to be the owners of these specific sites, and that's where people went batshit crazy.
Yeah.
That's you
And if you
guys
guys
gotta.
want, like, if you have no idea what we're talking about, I would suggest H3. H3's video about it to kind of sum it up. Or
Yeah,
Philip DeFranco did a pretty good one as well. Any scarce, any of the news sites they're all bullshit. Just pick the one
all
that
the
you
use of
enjoy the best. I think the news is silly, but we all love it. We can't explain why we watch. There's there's something wrong with us because we really do like that. We like to watch the build up, and then we
Yeah,
like to watch the fall of our heroes, and then we like to watch them climb up again.
kinda.
And that's a very important time because once you get past that third step, we'll leave you alone to make your money and make your life and everything. Me, meaning the public. Like, we
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to tear you down. We want to watch you climb back up. And then we want your redemption story. And then we'll leave you alone for like 5 years. You'll be fine if you can make it. And some people don't make it past that second step. Like, they're like, during their rebuild, they release an apology, but then some like troll on Reddit finds out that you actually said the N word 6 years ago to a science teacher, and now everybody hates you again because
My
in your
God.
apology video you specifically said that you've never said that word to anyone, especially science teachers.
But then there's proof that you did, so
Right, so you got to be careful during the apology stage, but once you get to the redemption stage, everything's going to be a-okay.
yeah. I
Yeah.
want next tomorrow when after the day after we post this, we're gonna have a fucking Reeves exposed video
Oh, please no.
because we joked about
Please no. Do you know
porn.
how it's kind of sad at this point with where YouTube drama's at? Sometimes, like, I can't think of anything in my life currently that would get me on one of those shows,
Uh-huh.
but now it's to the point where, like I'll go and get like frozen yogurt with a friend, and the frozen yogurt place in town is near like a children's little water park, and I'll be like, "Don't even look that way," because somebody will take a picture of me looking that direction, and it'll show up on Twitter, and Keemstar will ruin my life
Just Reeves, is he
because I
pondering?
went to get yogurt. They don't care. They're vultures. They're all vultures, terrifying vultures. Do you
It
think?
is.
Do you think it's gonna like mess with like all the gambling sites getting shut down? I don't know if there were any Dota 2 gambling sites, but if there were, it'll probably mess with those. I
There were.
assume, but I don't
Because
remember hearing about any.
exactly, because it's only been CS:GO, and I think Valve have purposely like just been like, so far people have only noticed the
Well,
CS:GO part.
it's
Let's
scary when it's to the point where like a drama thing on YouTube can let enough people know that then Reddit lights up, and once Reddit lights up, Valve is
that's
like,
it.
"Oh shit, front page of news," because that's what Reddit is considered at this point. It is news. We have to fix this, and then
Yeah.
they fix whatever it is until the next thing hits the front page of Reddit. And it's going to take a really strong company to be like, no, we're just going to leave it the same.
Yeah, exactly. Some people who do not care about the internet.
Yeah, because not some of this stuff doesn't need to change, but the CS:GO stuff was super wrong for a lot of different reasons. The
Yeah,
underage
I mean,
gambling, and Valve definitely needed to step in. I wonder though if it's going to, because what Valve took issue with was the way they were using Steam accounts for the most part.
I think that's just the
That
way they
was,
had to deal it though.
yeah, but it also makes me wonder if because they did that, it'll set precedent, and on just like trading sites where you can trade items for real money, they're basically doing the same thing. I mean, it's not as unethical like some of the ways they're working around it, but they're still using Steam as a platform for something it was
Yeah,
not intended for, which is what they
that's
said originally was their main problem with the CS:GO stuff. So I'll be interested to see if like even trading sites, just regular trading sites that we've all come to like use and love are actually on their way out too. And it's just
yeah.
going to kill the skin market. The skin market's going to crash.
I have two issues still with the whole CS:GO item gambling thing with Valve, and that is that okay, so it took Valve so long. It took them this specific big incident, right, to trigger them to actually deal with the problem.
Uh-huh.
And before that, they would have probably just ignored it because I mean, people were buying loot boxes,
Well, yeah,
and
that's what I mean. We're at a scary point now where like a popular YouTube channel can trickle all the way up to the CEO of a company.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
kind of cool, but also a little scary. Like we're slowly approaching like the mirror edge like kind of like world where we have to, if we want something to get to somebody but not be on the internet, we have to
Yeah.
hire somebody to run and parkour it to them while people shoot at them. We're slowly on our way there. Like people always ask, like, which dystopian future do you think we're closest to based on the current happenings? And I would say definitely Mirror's Edge. Right now, currently, Mirror's
Yeah, that's
Edge.
probably true. That's probably
And then
true.
second place, Fallout, because
Fallout.
North
Oh,
Korea wants to kill us. And eventually they're going to try.
I don't like Fallout.
Well, it's definitely more dire for humanity than the
True.
Mirror's Edge world, but neither one's free. Well, some
Neither
could
was
argue,
free.
I guess, that the Fallout world is pretty damn free,
Kinda.
being that you could murder people over bottle caps. But
I,
whatever.
who else values bottle caps? I do. I collect them.
Do you really?
I used to. I don't anymore. I have a really old collection.
What'd you do with them?
They sat in a box, and they are now in the basement.
So you weren't a collector, you were a hoarder.
That could also be another word for it.
I miss Pogs.
Oh my god,
Uh,
Pogs?
did you see
No.
Jim Sterling's like
Fucking
rip on the whole CS:GO gambling thing with his
yeah,
Pogs
with
for
the
Boglins?
Pogs gambling. Yeah,
Oh man,
yeah.
every once in a while that dude's a genius. I love you, Jim Sterling.
Don't fuck. Oh god, I thought we were gonna stop sucking dick for a living, Reeves.
No, no,
I
and like I said, a lot of times people are like, "Oh, it's silly to tell
fucking
people about stuff that's good on like the Game Grumps bump." People get mad sometimes because they're like, "You guys are just mentioning that to like help your friend," and I'm like, "Why not? Absolutely. If I was on Game Grumps every other day, I'd be like, go watch this video. It's hilarious. And then
yeah.
watch the Game Grumps bump in action. But we're not
Punch it.
anywhere close to that. So we've got some time before we have to tighten up on the reins. And I
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
want
We
to.
can just talk shit.
Yeah.
We
You
can talk
idiot.
smack. Don't fucking talk to me like that. I thought we were friends, Reeves. Look what
No.
Dota has done to us.
No. How'd we even become friends?
You saw one of my videos, and I donated $10 to you to get your attention, and then the notification didn't pop up, so I was really disappointed.
You donated money to me to get my attention?
Yeah.
Cool. I wish everybody did that. I feel like if I was at a party and somebody walked up to me and was like, "Hi, that's a great shirt," I'd be like, "Thank you, but that's what this gentleman over here said, and he handed me a 20. So
Exactly.
I only have time to talk to one of you right now, and he's in the lead."
He's in the lead.
Does that make me sound like a bad person?
No, money is. It's nice with money.
Correct answer is yes.
It's
But I'm
really-
kidding, so it's okay.
I should have just wrote you on Facebook.
Yeah, you really should have.
Yeah, everyone writes to Reeves on Facebook because he answers there.
No, it didn't. And then I did like a voice for you, and then like we got naked, and here we are.
Yeah. We got naked on cam specifically because we're too far away.
By
to
the way, I
actually-
found out that this does actually give us the time. Like, so let's. I guess the first podcast is going to be about an hour.
What are we on right now?
53 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll shoot for an hour. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
pretty good.
Well, we got 8 minutes. How do you want to close the show?
I don't know what else. What other topics have we? We've literally covered every single.
We talked
topic.
about a bunch of bullshit that doesn't matter.
CS:GO
So
gambling.
basically, we're nailing it, along with the other 25,000 podcasts going on right now.
God. Ours is going to be the best, the very best.
Is there any? Do you have any of like solo projects that you want to plug? Because I assume since the
Actually-
Pudge video's out, you've got to be
No.
working on some solo stuff, right?
I'm focusing 100% on the poor pixel stuff. I'm gonna be doing the three things I don't understand about Dota. Obviously, I'm not gonna finish. It's still going.
Good. A lot of
That's
people
it.
are worried about that. It's good that we address that.
There's
We're
a few
being
people-
adults.
Adults. I'm still a child. You're an adult.
No, no.
Yeah.
No, it's getting bad. It's getting to, like I'm like, oh man. I do
No.
not feel like my age, and for a long time I felt older than my age. I don't know what happened.
Oh shit. Oh well. Just keep playing the video games. You won't notice it.
Yeah, right. Everything's gonna be fine. Ha ha ha.
So fucking. Look, Reeves. No one is judging you for your age. I didn't think you were. I was gonna say I didn't think you were that old. And then
I act
stopped
like a
myself.
child. I know. I'm never growing up. I don't want to. When I grow up, I want to be. I want to be a Poor Pixels YouTube star.
That's the. Oh my god. I don't.
Why not? I'll replace you just like John. Just like
No.
JonTron, I'll replace you. Or just like that Reeves guy over at Dota Cinema. We'll just get
Oh.
rid of you and replace you with somebody else.
Should we? Oh God, no. People, there is a video of you addressing that stuff, so maybe we don't need to.
Oh, I've addressed it so many times. Listen, I'm
So
never
many
going back to
times.
Dota Cinema unless they invited me to come back and hang out. And that's never gonna happen.
Oh my
But
God.
no, it's all good. It's all good. Like
Yeah,
everything's fine.
that's cool. Shit, that was a long time ago now that all that stuff happened. Like it feels like.
We don't even need to talk about all that stuff.
Yeah,
What's on
right.
our
No, but
list?
fucking, there's no more YouTube drama.
Okay,
Favorite
we already talked.
YouTubes.
Oh, stuff.
Porn.
I'm like dabbling. I made a post and I said, "Hey, would you guys listen to it if I made parody things?" And people were like, "Yeah." So I'm gonna do that.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What post?
Parody songs. We're gonna release parody songs
Yeah,
on
yeah, the
the
Slug one,
YouTubes. The first one's gonna be a Dota one, but they might not always be Dota ones unless this is very successful. In which case, it'll probably be another Dota one.
Yeah, cause fucking business views.
Because the media says we have to.
Yeah. I'd like to do a Pokemon Go one because Pokemon Go is memes right now.
I want to be the very best and have the biggest calves. I
Bah, bah, bah.
walk around my lake 2 times
I hope
and
you're
caught
writing down this
51 Pidgeys.
50
The end.
Pokemon Pidgeys. I have a Weedle problem, actually. The Pidgeys, not so much.
Yeah, but at least Weedle evolves into like
Kakuna, yay.
party erection or whatever it's
Fucking
called.
big, big
Super B.
Super B.
B drill. That's it.
That's the one.
Super B. That was close.
Super B.
You know, Super B.
What's your favorite Pokemon, Reeves?
It evolves into Ultra Super B. My favorite Pokemon?
Yeah.
Oh god, are we ending the show with Pokemon again?
Yeah. Everyone loves Pokemon.
Everybody does love Pokemon. It's kind of scary. It's taken over Twitch. Like even I looked into like, how the fuck would I live stream this? And the answer is, it's expensive and I can't. My favorite Pokemon. Back when it was the first like 150, back when I was like super into Pokemon, so younger,
Just original. Just original.
I really liked Arcanine.
Arcanine, yeah.
But I didn't. Is that even what his name is? Is it Arcanite or Arcanine? I think it's Arcanine, like K9 with Arc in
It's
it.
the big, yes, the big fire dog, right?
Yeah, it's the evolution from.
Of Growlithe, whatever his name is. Is that his name?
Yeah. Oh, see how good we are at Pokemon. Everybody's
Pokemon, everyone
super interested in this. What's your favorite Pokemon?
loves-
Oh, I also like Scyther.
No, I was gonna say Scyther.
Scyther.
Venusaur. Venusaur's my favorite. I love Venusaur.
Venusaur.
Badass. He has a big fucking onion on his back.
Give us a solid Venusaur impression.
Roar. That's what he
Alright.
says.
Yeah, going for the second part of the name. I like that. I didn't expect it. I'm enthralled. This is the
That's what he
best
says.
podcast I've ever listened to.
He doesn't say Venusaur. He says Saw.
No, sometimes I'm sure he does, because that sometimes they
He
say
doesn't go
Very
fucking
no.
Venusaur. He
Venusaur.
fucking just says
I bet he
Saw.
would if you were having like a deep, like if Mouth was hanging out talking.
Why? Why Meowth? Oh,
Well,
because he.
Team Rocket's Meowth, like from the original series.
Yeah, yeah, the one who speaks fucking English.
I've never hated us more than this moment happening right now.
I know. Sure. Goodbye,
I feel
everybody.
like punching myself in the face. Goodbye. I hope you liked the first episode of us just basically talking to each other. I hope it
This
was
is a
enjoyable.
test.
Let us. Oh, one more quick thing. Do you guys want to see our faces when we're doing this? Because I kind of use podcasts as background for other things I'm doing, so I didn't think it was necessary. But Rock was super into the idea, so we're gonna let you guys decide.
Yeah, it was my idea.
So if you don't want us to use cams like the video, if you don't want us to use cams like the video, and
if you want us to
subscribe
use- like-
and comment.
comment, subscribe, favorite, 5 stars.
Yeah,
5 stars.
Give us 8 stars out of 5. No, but let us know in the comments if you guys would prefer a Facecam Avenue, like co-optional podcast, or let's see
Yeah.
how many YouTube plugs we can get in here.
also, Do people want us to speak about like structured topics, or do they prefer the rambling?
Whatever. I like the idea of us just rambling and having a conversation.
I like structure, Reeves.
God dang
Fuck
it.
you.
Well, let them decide. We'll let you decide.
You
What are we gonna call
decide.
our fans?
Subscribers.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.